Exercise 1. I'm sorry to tell you that I'm not going to marry you after all. This is just like the structure with regret to inform you that, right? So it's a similar structure. We have to after I am sorry. It's high time. This is a structure where we want to use past simple. It's high time they bought a new flat. a new flat. How long you play football before you got that nasty injury? We have how long, and we have an action that happened before, that had been happening before he got an injury. So we have to go back after, even before past simple. So let me draw this out for you. We have a situation like this. This is the injury. This is all past. And before he got the injury, he had been playing. So this is past perfect continuous. This is past simple. All the situation happens in the past. So how long had you been playing before you got that nasty injury? I can't afford. Can't afford is connected to to, so I can't afford to send you to another country. It is likely that it was Ben you saw there in the museum. It must have been him. We are expressing probability using must have. We are referring to a past situation, that's why we have the verb have, must have been him. I've got an alibi. Yesterday at 5 I was drinking tea with my Aunt Lucy. So yesterday at 5 I was performing an action. Something was happening, I was drinking tea. Fantastic, so past continuous. It was a good idea to stay at home that night. You could have been robbed, and then what would you have done? You could have been robbed, and then what would you have done? So modal verbs in the past, could plus have, and we have a potential, possible situation in the past. I can play the trumpet, but when I was a kid, I was made to play it by my parents, and I hate it. I was made to. This is a passive form of the verb make. Made to. He was made to. That's why we have to. Normally in the active voice we don't have to after make. That's why I told you this when we discussed passive voice. You can't play the game today. The computer is being repaired at the moment. We have at the moment, and action is being performed. This is passive continuous. So the computer is being repaired at the moment. We'll walk for another 20 minutes unless is like if, and after if we need to have present simple or present perfect or some, well, we cannot have will after this sort of structure. So unless you get tired sooner, present simple. By the end of the next month, this is already indicative of the fact that we will need to use future perfect, future continuous. I mean future perfect or future perfect continuous. But in this case, it is going to be future perfect, because we are talking about a completed action in the future. So by the end of next month, we will have finished furnishing our new house. Take an umbrella in case it rains. This is just like first conditional, right? So after first conditional, if it rains, take an umbrella. I mean, if it rains, you should take an umbrella. So present simple after in case. I'm considering, that means I'm thinking of doing something. I'm considering looking for a new job in the city. When we use the verb like I'm considering, I'm thinking of, w znaczeniu zastanawiam się nad czymś, będziemy używali continuousa po nim. I'm considering looking for a new job. Right before I won the trip to Egypt, I had bought another one. Mamy sytuację w przeszłości, którą poprzedziła inna sytuacja w przyszłości. So we have a situation like right before I won the trip, and then even earlier something had happened. I had bought another one. So two actions, one happened before the other one, and we want to emphasize that one was before the other. I can't stand his behavior. He acts as if he was or were a prince. Was or were. Because this is this happens in the present, and this is a alternative of the present situation. So we are considering an alternative of the present situation. Okay, fantastic. So we're done with the first exercise, and in the second section we'll be dealing with exercise 2.